Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling, with Platinum versus Raw. This is from September 13th, 2021. Big E is your new WWE champion. How did we get there? Well, I thought they did a great job. They basically put this show on the backs of the New Day as a whole, and I think they got some great results here. It certainly feels like Raw, for one night at least, shook itself out of a lot of the doldrums and the bad booking. That's not to say the whole show was good, and most certainly was not, but it was bookended by Big E, who was, before the show even started, said, I'm going to cash this thing in tonight. Big promises, big delivery, and so on and so forth. The live crowd certainly came to life for his title win and all of the shenanigans around the main event. But they were really flat for a lot of this show. Let's just jump into it. We got Corey Graves, Byron Saxton, and Jimmy Smith. Here comes Big E to a big pop. He rushes the ring with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Fans cheer him on. He stands on the announce table to play to the crowd. He's interrupted by the Raw Tag Champions, Randy Orton and Riddle. They're introduced as Riddle rides his scooter to the ring. Here comes Bobby Lashley with MVP. It's a whole lot of shenanigans. Orton's talking about it. Orton says, why wait until Extreme Rules? Orton says maybe he was looking for a way to throw Lashley off his game by getting the match changed. Orton brags about having the strings pulled to get the change, blah, 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 blah. So clearly we're setting up Big E to win this thing. Why else would he be there? And why would we move the title match to tonight? Normally super frustrating stuff, but boy, you just needed a breath of fresh air in Raw, and they seem to know it too. It's a long segment, but, it sets up what it's got to set up. Yeah. Back from the break, we're going to have Charlotte Flair against Shayna Baszler in a championship contenders match, because Shayna Baszler's won a match never, so why not? Back from the break, we see how Shayna Baszler called Nia Jax to lose a title match against Charlotte Flair. Flair is backstage with Sarah Schreiber, cuts a promo. It's not great. And now we have our match, Flair against Shayna Baszler. It's okay, but when it's a problem when you got a foregone conclusion match, and you knew Jax was going to do something. She distracts Baszler, big boot to Baszler, and Flair covers for the pin. And that's it. Flair taunts Jax, who looks unworried from ringside. Music interrupts as Flair's standing in the ring, and there's Alexa Bliss with Lily, gives Charlotte a doll that she says is Charlie. It's supposed to look like Charlotte, and Flair rejects it. Really, really shitty. They get into it physically. Bliss counters with a code red. They keep promoting Orton challenging for the WWE title. We got Drew McIntyre and the Viking Raiders against Jinder Mahal, Veer, and Shanky in one of these matches that just kind of goes on and on and on. Drew McIntyre wins, applies the Claymore to one of the lessers, not Jinder Mahal. All right. So the Drew and the Viking Raiders pose. Big E is backstage. Kofi appears. Xavier Woods. They're really enthusiastic. They dance. They loosen Big E up for his big title win, hopefully. Open challenge for the United States title. Jeff Hardy against Damian Priest. They do a good job really pushing this match as something special. And we go to commercial. When we come back, Reggie escapes backstage from Akira Tozawa and a whole host of others, diving, dodging, and ducking, and dodging, and diving, and ducking. We get formal introductions, so we get Priest and Hardy. They have a good match. At the end of the day, Priest doesn't hit his finisher clean, but he hits it, and he gets the pin. Sheamus rushes the ring and takes Priest out and knocks Hardy out of the ring with a brogue kick. Priest hits him with a big kick, sending him out of the ring, and then they have words. Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley are backstage. Nikki thinks they need their own celebration. Ripley's focused on the match, though. So we get Tamina Snuka against Nikki Ash. Tamina approaches basically at the end. Obviously, some screw-up happened and Nikki looks hurt, but Nikki manages to nail the Tornado DDT for the pin to win. After the bell, everyone's shocked. Tamina takes Nikki to the floor, but Ripley makes the save and also gets dropped as Natalya comes over. Tamina scoops up Nikki and launches her into the barrier. The champs pose as we go back to commercial. Then we come back, Natalya and Rhea Ripley. Ripley wins with the Prism Trap submission, which does not look good as a submission. It just doesn't make sense, but whatever. She gets the tap out. After the match, Ripley stands tall. Nikki joins her. Natalya and Tamina raise the titles in the air, and they wave them in a manner that indicates that they just don't care. We get a replay from the opening segment, and they remind us again, Randy Orton's going to challenge for the WWE title. Mansoor, Mustafa Ali, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods against Mace, T-Bar, AJ Styles, and Omos. It is what it is. It's just a way to get everybody in here. And at the end of the day, Omos grabs Ali for the choke bomb in the middle of the ring, gets the pin. We're looking at Bobby Lashley dominance, another sure sign that he's going to lose the title tonight. They do a promo with MVP and Lashley. He says if Big E decides to cash in, it'll be the worst career choice he's ever made. Yeah, I don't think so. Doudrop and Eva Marie. Doudrop wins very handily. Okay. Pre-recorded backstage promo from Karrion Kross, which is embarrassing and, my God, so scripted. Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley, a good long match. In the course of it, MVP gets hit with the RKO for interfering. But Lashley manages to get the win with a spear. It goes on for a little while afterwards. Looks like Lashley's just going to celebrate because Lashley grabs Riddle and tosses him to the floor. But then Big E comes. He's got his Money in the Bank briefcase. MVP's laid out on the floor. Here's the time. They have a short match. It's a pretty good one. Lashley's knee is obviously hurt. And at the end of the day, Big E hits that big ending, gets the win, and everybody goes crazy, and they give him his own pyro, and it's sweet. So a good job. Some would call it hot-shotting, but they got to do what they got to do, man. Raw is losing in the demo to AEW. And so obviously they pulled out some stops this week and made some concessions and some moves in an effort to win the ratings in some way, shape, or form for 1 week, which is, the desperation that WCW used to use, but you didn't hear that from me because I ain't one to gossip. Congratulations to Big E and the New Day.